Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is actually a really exciting video. I was looking through my stuff the other day and I found my old GCSE / A-level art folder, which has got all my GCSE and A-level artwork in it. Now, I haven't done drawing since A-level, so that's been a good couple of years, and I thought I would share with you my art journey because I used to love drawing. I'm also just going to dress. I'm a stressed third year, hence why I'm looking like this. I haven't worn makeup in a while. We're just going to deal with it because can't bother. But yeah, if you want to see, I think I'm going to film two separate videos. So this one's going to be my GCSE one. So if you want to see an A-level version, stick around and subscribe. That'll be on its way shortly. But as for now, we're going to go through my GCSE work, which is from year 10, year 11. I'll explain as I go along. There's 3 projects that I did. I haven't got all the bits from projects, but I will show you what I have. So yes, let's get into the video. My first project, which was in year 10, so I was 14, 15, and we did natural form. Now I don't have, so basically at school we had to make sheets which were A3, and we had to make, how many sheets? Around 5 or 6 sheets. We had to have a primary and secondary sources sheet either together or separately, whichever you prefer to do. We had to have a historical artist, a contemporary artist, sampling sheets, and then you had your final piece. That's the process we had to go through. So for my natural form, I only have my artist sheets and my final product, but I'm going to show you them anyway. So the historical artist I did was William Morris, and this is my sheet from that. So as you can see, I've got watercolour and ink. We've got a bit of pencil tone, which is, as you will see in this video, one of my favourite things to do. We've got some painting, which I hated, and we've got an attempt at sewing, which we're not going to talk about. We've got some pencil crayon, and this, I remember this took me ages, right? It doesn't look like much, but we had to put the paper on ink and we had to transfer it with a pencil to inscribe it all in. Oh, it's piss, but yeah, that is my historical art sheet. I don't really like this sheet, I'm not gonna lie, it's just there. I prefer my contemporary one in this. Was Anita Nowinska, which I actually found on my Instagram, and I really liked her work. And also what I liked doing in year 10 was I liked cutting half the picture off and then drawing the rest of the picture. So like in this one, I've stuck half the picture on and then I've carried it on. Again, pencil tone, a bit of watercolour. We've done a bit of, I like doing like in squares to show it off as well. Got a bit of wax crayon, acrylic. There's the thing again where I did the picture and then carried it on. But yeah, I really like this page. I really like this sheet. I think it looks really, really good. So that's that one. The piece for this module, for this project, I'm going to be honest, it's a bit shit. I think I redid it multiple times. For this project, I did get a B, which I don't know how, because looking back at it now, I'm like, But yeah, this is my final piece. So for my final piece, I did these 3 panels with different natural forms on them. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit like, what is this? It's just like a mixed match of medias. I just think it just don't look good. I just don't like it. So yeah, moving on from that topic. So the next project I did was in year 11, so I was 15, 16, and this topic was marine life, which I did enjoy quite a bit. So I'll start with my primary and second. I think I've got the full project of this, which is this one. If you're wondering why they're all backed on black card as well, we had to present them in like an end of year project type of thing, and that's why they're all on black card, because they were all up on the wall. But this is my primary and secondary sources sheet. I do actually quite like this sheet. I like playing, you know what I did used to doing, we're doing the background, so I always made the background match the theme. So for this one I did like blue swirls, I've got like these rocks on it, I've like put seaweed on it. I think it looks really good. And yeah, so as you can probably tell what is primary, what is secondary, because I'm not going to bloody find an octopus. But yeah, also another thing I loved doing was biro. Absolutely love biro, like cross hatching, and I loved it. But yeah, we've just got a bit of a film there. We've got some shells, some fish, jellyfish, turtles. Yeah, I really like this sheet. I think it looks good. I think it's very vibrant. If you know me, you know how much I love like vibrant work. Like my uni work now, I love editing my photos with loads of colour. I just think it makes something so much more interesting. So for my historical artist, I did Ernst Haeckel, who was like, you know those like diagrams you see in like science books when you were in school? That's the kind of thing he did, but for like marine life. And I just found it really interesting. I absolutely love this sheet. This was one of my favourite backgrounds to do. You got these powdered inks, you put them on the page, like spread them out, and then all you had to do was get a squeezy water bottle, and it made this like spotty effect, which is absolutely beautiful. Like I'm obsessed with it to this day. But yeah, I also like doing stuff on like different coloured paper. So I did black paper, brown paper. This looks really good. This was on the side of a jellyfish thing. The amount of times I had to redo this jellyfish because my teacher just didn't like it. The one thing oh, that looks good. I like that shell. The one thing that I always used to get told to improve on was I have a very heavy hand. I have a very heavy hand in everything. Like I can't do little details. So when I've got to do stuff, I've got to do it really big and bold, because that is my style. I can't do delicate little things. I'm not a delicate person. I don't know if anyone knows. Probably do, because I'm an elephant basically. That's why they're my favourite animal, because I am one. And my contemporary artist was Barbara Storr. Again, I think I found her on Instagram. But I just really liked her work. I liked how she used like kind of like repetitive patterns sometimes. And this looks absolutely shocking. I don't know what this shadow is going on here, but I just don't like that. My favourite picture on this sheet is probably this one. I do quite like this one. I think this one looks really nice. Or this turtle, because I can just remember how long it took me to draw it. It was ridiculous. But yeah, the mixed media looks quite good. Yeah, decent sheet. I'm dropping bits. Then moving on to the sampling sheets. So on the sampling sheets we had to make like a plan of what we wanted the final piece to look like, and then we also had to do samples of different materials we were potentially going to use. So this is mine. So the first sheet, as it says at the top, sampling materials. So I did a sketch of my final design idea, and then I pulled off it in these different circles, and I practiced what I wanted to do with them. So I did like acrylic, sewing, embossing foil, which I love doing. Like I just think it's really fun to do. Wax crayon and sgraffito. I used to love doing sgraffito, where you scratch into the wax crayon. It's so satisfying. We've got some string and gum strip there, which makes it 3D. Pencil crayon again, drawing of a magazine print. That's that the ink running thing I experimented with. So yeah, I like doing this page just because you could be really messy, because you were just explaining what you was going to do basically. And then the sheet where I was designing my design ideas is here. So I did 4 potential designs. I did 2 on normal paper, and then I wanted to see what it looked like on brown paper, so I did that. And then that's the sketch of my final the idea of my final sheet, my final piece, what I wanted it to look like. And then my final piece, which I think is up there with one of my favourite final pieces I've ever done, is this. So it's on a bit of cardboard. It's A4 and it's a bit more than A4. And yeah, I feel like it just combines my work together perfectly. It's got all my favourite medias in it. One thing I actually remember doing on this, I was really ill around the time we did it, because basically at GCSE we had 10-hour exams and we had to sit it all within 2 days of each other, which, to be fair, I don't think it's very fair. Like, you have the whole year to do everything else, and then you get like 10 hours to do this. But I went home ill the first day we did it, and don't be grassing me up, but I did some of the work at home and then brought it in the next day and we're like, oh yeah, I did it yesterday. So technically I did cheat, but I got a B on this, so I don't really care. But yeah, I'm really proud of that. For 15, 16-year-old core, I think it looks quite good. So we've got a bit of everything. We've got the jellyfish, we've got the slug. We've got the big jellyfish going down the centre. That one, the shell that I did. This is my favourite bit, I think, the turtle. I think that looks really good there. But yeah, I wish I didn't put all this black stuff on it, whatever this shit is. Looks a bit like animal print, which doesn't really go, but oh well. Now moving on to my final project, which was my favourite. This was towards the end of year 11. absolutely love this project, which you can tell because I think they're my best sheets that I've ever done. So for this project, it was called Disguise. It was all about identity, expression, etc, etc. And I really, really love this project, so I'm going to get the sheets. The primary and secondary sheet is actually stuck to the sampling sheet, so I'm going to try not to show you the sampling sheets because it'll ruin the final project. But this, oh god, so this is my primary and secondary sheet. So I was obsessed with Day of the Dead at the time that I was doing this, so you can see it a lot in this work. So we've got some, as I said, we've got some Day of the Dead girls, we've got some geisha girls down here. This was a face painting I did of my sister. Again, skulls, there's all like masquerade masks, so I stuck like feathers and I made this mask here, embossing, and yeah, I quite like this sheet. I think it looks really good. Moving on to my artist sheet. For my historical artist, I think you can guess what I did. Day of the Dead, which if you don't know, it's the day after Halloween. It's a Mexican celebration. I really want to go. It's on my bucket list to go, and yeah, I really want to go. I think it's such like an interesting festival to celebrate. Like, I really want to do it. But yeah, this is my all-time sheet. My all-time favourite sheet I've ever done. So yeah, we've got some acetate printing over some work here. We've got biro again. This took me ages with all the hair. This one. My favourite picture on here is probably, I do like the sugar skulls here. I like this picture because the hair took me ages, and also I really, this is my ultimate favourite picture I've actually ever drawn. This Day of the Dead girl, I think it's really, really good. If I do say so myself, blow me on trumpet, but yeah, that is one of my favourite sheets I ever did. And then for my contemporary artist, again, this is up there, one of the top sheets I did. I did Marvel Publishing. You're all probably going to have a beef at me, Marvel fans, because I know there are certain superheroes on here which I did get told by many lads in my class that are DC and not Marvel, but I put them on anyway, so don't get annoyed. So we've got Green Lantern here, which I think is one of my favourite pictures on there. I saw a picture on Google of these they've got Hulk, Thor, Captain America and Iron Man in this 4 square layout, and I really liked how it looked, so I put it on my work. We've got Wonder Woman. We've got Wolverine, there's Spider-Man down here, Captain America, which I think that's one of my favourite pictures I did as well for it. I did like newspaper print in the background because I thought it went with that Marvel look. But yeah, I think that looks really nice. I also had to do like traditional drawings, so these are some of the older comics of Marvel, and then we've got the contemporary ones, but yeah, I think it looks really good. So this was my sampling and design sheet again. We've got, I decided for my final piece I wanted to combine this idea of disguising through all the different elements of research. So I combined Marvel, Day of the Dead and Masquerade mask. So that's the sample sheet, and then this was the final, I don't even know if you can see, this was the final design sheet with the final drawing on it. And then the final piece, one of my favourite final pieces I've ever done, is this. Now, again, I'll just drop rocks for it. I only had 10 hours, so I finished this first bit within 5 hours, and then I extended onto another piece of paper to do more work because the bigger the better, go big or go home. So as you can see, this section's Marvel, we've got Day of the Dead this side, and then Masquerade is there. It was 3D, but it's been flattened down over the years. But yes, this helped me get my high B at the end of school. So yeah, pretty happy with that. And that is everything for my GCSE work. So let me know down below if you enjoyed this video. This was like such deja vu looking back at our work. But yeah, let me know if you want to see the A-level one, because I will film that for you guys. And yes, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.